Welcome. So, I've been sharing with you a series of tips of how we unknowingly get in our own way and how to um, consciously take control of that. And in one of the films, we talked about what do you really want? If you could be, do, or have anything, and what if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you hope for? If you were to lift the ceiling of limitation off your thinking, what would you dare to dream of for yourself? And in it, I said that quite often what happens is that people, step into that possibility and then say, now what? Now what step do I take? How do I move forward? Because that's like right over there and I'm nowhere near it. I've got no idea how I'm going to be able to do it. So I am going to share with you a series of tips that will help you take the next steps. So this one is all about spending more time in understanding and having clarity over what that goal looks like. What would your life look like if you, if you were clear on what you'd love to be, do, or have? What does that look like? Because often what we do is we then have a statement title. Oh, I want to have a holiday company in Barbados. We spend seconds on creating the title and thinking, yes, that's what I'd love. Then our mind immediately goes to, but how? How am I going to do it? What is it that I need to have in place? How much money do I have? What skills do I need? And then we get really blocked with the how. Well, I don't have those skills. I don't have that money. I don't have those contacts over there. So the fundamental reason why the block happens so easily is because we haven't spent enough time on the what, on the outcome, the goal, the experience that your heart is calling for or your life is destined for, whatever you want to call it. So what I recommend for you is that you create some space to start off with. And when I mean space, I mean time, because this is your life. So we need to spend time on thinking of what would it look like if I was having that holiday company in Barbados? How would I be living? Who would be around me? What would the work be that I'd be doing? How would I be feeling? What dynamics would I have? What relationships would I have? What lifestyle would I have? And then to really brain dump everything that you would be experiencing and the success of that goal, whatever it is, so that you can really picture it as though you've just stepped into that world. You can see it that clearly. So you want to create the space. You want to have at least a couple of hours to do it. Have your favorite snacks around you, your favorite drinks around you, your favorite music on. And just notice that when you're having the thoughts of imagining that you're in the success of that goal, that you may find a part of your mind, as the thought comes out, a part of your mind having judgment on it. Well, still put the thought down on paper, because behind that thought's another great thought and another great thought. And our mind needs to have the space to explore what's in it so that then you can decide, do I want that? So the first step, before we think about what's the how, what's the route there, how we're going to do it, we need to get really clear on what is the destination, what is the outcome, what is the experience, what's the goal, with as much picture, colour, texture, tone as you possibly can think with. And then when you have that out on paper, perhaps you've written it down, the next step would be, could you make a mood board with it? Could you get a big board and get loads of magazine cuttings, download some stuff off the internet, print it out, put it on the board? That will help then create another layer of believing that if your mind can create the idea, then your mind and your system can help align you with achieving it. So what you want to do is build the belief, because once you believe that it is possible, then that is a really vital ingredient in any success model. Once you believe it, and then once you become clear on why it's valuable to you, then the how, however difficult it might be and however many times you might fail at some of the actions in the how, will become you'll become dynamically unstoppable with those actions. So first part is the clarity over what it looks like, and take it from being words written down to actual images and pictures in a mood board. Step one. Okay, lovelies. I hope that's helpful. I'd love to see some pictures. So just email me of your mood boards, lisa@lisaclifford.co.uk, and have a great day.